Yeah, yeah. Hey, we scatter Yahoo team in a country that's racist. And my people not indigenous, we came on them slave ships. You hate your own people, now you cooning, buffooning. Sample shuffle, bug dancing, yeah, I see how you moving. If you say you FBA, I am FBAK. All these niggas is so ages, my nigga FBAK. And the richer get richer, and the poorer get poorer. And the children of the devil bring the new world order. White supremacy, sour cream, and jar of the mayo. Whitewashed all the scriptures, and they said it's not racial. And the hell with these heathens, I ain't trusting no heathen. And the most I judge our enemies, especially Edom. Black radical, no rest but I'm sabbatical. Pro-black, oh snap, my power so laughable. Willie Lynch, Charmer, yeah, that'll bring that matter flow to redacted raps, cause my rap tactics is practical. Rebel to the system, yeah, oppression is symptom. White folks start the truth, when it come to just lynch them. Liberation and freedom, is it coming from Edom? And the most high Yahuwah, all the slaves he will free them. Yeah. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, I'm black radical.
Hey, youngster.
Genesis 6:2-4 in Swahili. Wana wa Mungu waliowaona binti za wanadamu kuwa ni wazuri, wakajitwalia wake wowote waliochagua. Bwana akasema, roho yangu haitashindana na mwanadamu milele, kwa kuwa yeye naye ni nyama, basi siku zake zitakuwa 120. Na wanaofi.
Hey, youngster.
Yeah. I'm at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah. Pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah. Barely letting them breathe. We at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah. Pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah. Barely letting them breathe. Yahuwah bring destruction on the Nephilim seed. Yeah, they all left to their greed. It's destruction on the heathen for they theft and they deeds. Yeah, they oppress and deceive. Colonizer cave dweller is the Nephilim seed. Ay, it's straight down to their seed, and they only bring destruction to the poor and in need. Yeah, they leave our mothers to grieve.
Most High protect us, Bantus from Nephilim seed. He Mungu, usituache watoto wako. Inuka he watu wangu, malipo yanakaribia. All praises to the Most High. He is forever esteemed.
Yeah. I'm at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah. Pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah. Barely letting them breathe. We at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah. Pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah, barely letting them breathe. I'm at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah, pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah, barely letting them breathe. We at war with the Nephilim seed. Yeah, pale Nephilim seed, divine judgment from Yahuwah, he ain't letting them breathe. Yeah, barely letting them breathe.
Hey, youngster.
Shalom, 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 family. If you guys can hear me okay, can you give me a 1 in the chat? My audio is good. Can you please give me a 1 in the chat? All praises. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the regulars. And shout out to the new people. Or the casual listeners. Or those who just happen to be very, very nosy. Just kidding. So I wasn't planning on doing a part 2, but I feel like I need to because this I wanted to bring out this information yesterday and I couldn't find it on the fly. But I feel like it's important information to bring out about these individuals. And so give me 1 second here. Before I get into this, I want to say again, you might be wondering why I'm doing this, why I'm making this video about them. The reason why I'm doing it is because they have been, or at least this person, I don't know about the other one, but this one has been, Yakoba has constantly been mentioning me and saying my name in his posts over and over again. And I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to turn the Israelite community against me. I'm not stupid, bro. I'm not a fool. I know what they're doing. All right. And if y'all cannot see what they're doing and them trying to basically trying to discredit me, that's why he keeps mentioning my name. What other reason would you have to keep posting about me? We don't talk about you on this channel. We don't care about nothing you're talking about. Your videos are boring. You have no talent. You have no skill. You can't create anything. Nothing you say is worth watching. We just proved in the last episode that you are literally altering information, deliberately, misleading people and all of that. But I'm going to bring out more receipts about Yakoba and the End of the World Ministries. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me just go out and say it. Since we're going to be talking about this lawsuit that Keith and King, that is who the twins are. By the way, they're not going to tell you their real names. All right. Keith and King is who you're going to hear about a lot today because that is who attached to this lawsuit with this whole, situation, which we're going to get into today. Like I said, I touched on it a little bit in the last one, but we are going to talk about Keith and King. Somebody said with me in the chat, Keith and King is who we are going to be talking about today, also known as the End of the World Ministries. Yep. Keith and King. Can y'all say that with me in the chat? Because I want to be sure that y'all all understand who we're talking about today. Thank you, Keith and King. So all of y'all supporters of this man, he never told you his name, but I'm going to reveal it to you. And the reason why we know this truth is because there is a lawsuit that were attached to these twins. And we're going to talk about our people. We're going to talk about the fact that, there has been scamming going on. There has been dishonesty going on, mishandling of, our sisters, the daughters of Zion. From my understanding, one of the daughters of Zion is, old enough to be somebody's mother. Okay. And unfortunately, she got through with them and lost a good chunk of money. So this needs to be known. Now, I ain't got to speak really much on that further, but I just want my people to understand this nigga who's trying to turn you against me. Or like I said, if you just blindly follow this guy and just listen to what he says about me because he can't disprove this, he can't disprove what I'm saying about why I reject the New Testament. I mean, all of this is really because for some reason he seems to be so triggered that I reject the New Testament. It's like, okay, Yexer's not Messianic anymore. Oh, well, I stopped watching him. I unsubscribe, and you keep moving. But I just don't understand why you keep mentioning my name, cuz it's just like some weird homosexual obsession that you got for me, bro. And it's like, I can't call it anything other than homosexual. Why else would you be mentioning another man's name so much? All right. You got your own platform. You got your own audience. Why do you constantly have my name in your mouth? I just find that to be very strange and very sus. And then, he's so quick to call people agents. How do we know you're not one? You don't show your face. We don't know who the hell your ass is, nigga. We don't know who you are, bro. How you going to do business with somebody and promote business to people and not show your face? I mean, that just gives off scammer to me right there. But let me just show y'all what I'm talking about here, because he keeps on bringing up my name, and I've just, like several times. And, the first 3 times I just kind of ignored it. Like, I'm not going to give him the time of the day, but he keeps doing it. So he ordered some attention. So I'm going to give Keith and King, because they all, you know what I'm saying? They kind of masquerade as a unit. Keith and King is who we're going to be talking about today. All right. Who are these twins from the End of the World Ministries channel. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I couldn't find this video yesterday on the fly. So I'm going to go ahead and watch it fully and thoroughly with you guys. But again, if you're wondering why I do this, let me just bring up my receipts. Several times this man keeps mentioning me when I'm not even talking about him. Matter of fact, to all my audiences, y'all are my witness. Give me a 1 in the chat if I do not mention the End of the World Ministries on none of my videos, none of my teachings. Give me a 1 if you guys agree with me that I don't mention these boys. I don't mention their videos. I don't mention anything. Yeah, I mention them in times past, but regularly when I post on Facebook, when I'm doing what I'm doing, when I'm teaching about the truth, when I came out and said I don't believe in this Messiah anymore, right? Did I mention them? No, I don't worry about other niggas. I don't care about what other niggas is teaching. That ain't got nothing to do with me, which is why, okay, I got ones, all praises, all praises. Okay, y'all are my witnesses. Here's the thing. I don't worry about what other niggas are teaching, which is why I get so annoyed when people ask me, what do you feel about Truth Unedited saying this? What do you feel about this person saying that? What do you feel about that person teaching our people this? I'm like, nigga, I don't care, cuz. If they are teaching you incorrectly and against the word of the Most High, then they got to deal with Yahuwah. I'm only worried about people who are coming here for what I'm bringing forth. I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm just not. Do I want my people to serve the Most High in truth and 100%? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I desire that for you. But here's the thing. I have to focus on the people that the Most High has brought to this channel. All right. I'm not worried about what everybody else is doing. And that's why I find it strange that a grown man has so much time to worry about what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, and I constantly put my name in his mouth. So let me just show y'all what I'm talking about real quick so y'all can see why we're here and why I'm exposing him, because he basically forced my hand. He kept mentioning me. Don't mention me, dog. I don't talk about you. Why are you talking about me? Let me show y'all what I'm talking about here real quick, just so y'all can see the proof of why we are here at this moment. Like I said, I didn't start it. He did. All right. So let me go ahead and just show y'all all these little posts he did about me. You guys can kind of like be the judge of what you think, or if you feel like this is unwarranted or I should have went to him in private or whatever the case is. Here's the thing, bro. He's not very humble. Let's be honest. This dude is not a humble guy at all. He is not a type of person you can have a conversation with. He is not a type of person you can share stuff with. He doesn't listen. He thinks he has it all figured out. He thinks that he knows everything. And if you just happen to disagree with him, you know what I'm saying, he'll attack you for that. So let me show y'all all of these posts he did about me, just in case y'all think I'm wrong because I'm finally giving him the attention he ordered. Just keep my name out your mouth, bro. But you keep mentioning me, so just understand I'm going to be exposing Keith and King today, since they can't keep my name out their mouths. All right, so look, I took a screenshot of these different posts that he did. I got eyes in all different places. All right. So first, this one, May 18th, Yexer has gone full apostate. He asks dumb questions and makes dumb conclusions. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm still trying to understand why you make response videos to everybody else, but you haven't made a response video and debunked anything I say. If you really, really believe what you claim to believe about this New Testament, why don't you just prove it? Put up or shut up. That was an old saying that I used to hear back in the day. If you ain't about that life, if you ain't really about what you say you about, then shut the hell up. Because this nigga over here, this nigga named Yexer, this nigga always got facts, always got receipts, nigga, and don't back down from no debates, don't back down from nobody. Not that I'm a person who likes to be contentious, but I prove what I say over here with the word of the Most High. And I don't need the New Testament to show me jack shit about who Yahuwah is, what I'm supposed to be doing as an Israelite, and what our people can do to prosper in this world, even in captivity. What can we do? Can the Most High still bless us in captivity? Yeah, he can. Absolutely. But the question is whether or not we will actually in captivity resist everything that Babylon has given to us. Because I could say even in my captivity, I'm blessed. Even in the captivity right here, I can say I am still a blessed man. I know the Most High. My wife trusts me. She knows the Most High. She's a beautiful daughter of Zion. She's an amazing wife, and she knows that. She's pregnant with my firstborn right now. Yeah, I consider myself very, very, very blessed right now. But I just find it so interesting that, you know what I'm saying? Even though I mind my own business and do my own thing over here, this guy has 55,000 subscribers. I don't know how some nigga with 8,000 subscribers is somebody that's on your radar so much. Is it because you're jealous of me? Is it because the Israelites are starting to be able to see for themselves? And like I said, I tell Israelites, don't follow me, bro. Go seek the Most High. As I will keep on saying it. If you are Messianic, I'm telling you to seek the Most High about whether you should or shouldn't be. Don't follow me blindly. Just because I'm showing you this and just because I'm Yahuwah only, I'm not expecting you to be right there with me. I'm expecting you to seek the Most High too, just like I did. So this is first post he did right here where he mentioned me, all right? Or this is not the first post, but this is one of the posts. They're not in any particular order. So that was May 18th that he said I'd gone full apostate, right? Then this next post he did right here was another one, okay? And this one is dated May 31st. So we have May 18th and May 31st. I'm not scared to be challenged on my teachings, but Truth Unedited and Yexer are. So now you want to lump me in with another Israelite because you disagree with whatever we're saying. I mean, I disagree with Truth Unedited, but do I need to keep making videos about him? No. And I did make one video, not as a way to like bash the dude, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that, but just to correct some things because I know he's going around here telling people that, you know, Ephraim is a representation of heathens being grafted in. And it's like when you realize that this New Testament is just confusing people left and right and you throw out the New Testament, then you'll kind of understand that that's actually false. And a person can't be grafted in. You can't be grafted into a bloodline. Can you sojourn with us? Can you operate, you know what I'm saying, as someone who is amongst us as a stranger? Yes, of course you can. You would have to be circumcised in the flesh. You would have to keep the laws. You would have to keep the commandments, of course, but you would not be considered an Israelite. That's why when you look at the strangers amongst us, all right, notice how they were still called their heathen tribe. For example, Ruth the Moabite, Uriah the Hittite. These were still called their heathen tribe that they come from. These people are not called Israelites all of a sudden. All right? Just keep that in mind. Continuing on. So this is the second thing or second post that he also mentioned me. Then here's this next one right here. All right? This one was dated. And I kept the date because I just want to show y'all. May 31st. Have you noticed that Truth Unedited and Yexer both are attacking the Messiah in these last days? The falling away is real. This seems to me like obsession. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, bro, but I don't be thinking about niggas like this. Like, no homo, bro. Like, clearly no homo. But I just find it very strange that a grown man is so focused on other brothers in this walk instead of getting your house in order. When you're teaching our people idolatry, whether you realize it or not, that's exactly what you're doing. And you will be judged by the Most High for that. Let me say it again. And this is what all Israelites need to understand. I had to understand this. If you do not repent for teaching our people to believe upon this dead man on a stick, you will be judged by Yahuwah. Because whether you know it or not, this is why I say take a step back from the internet, take a step back from the social media, take a step back from it and go to Yahuwah. I had to, bro. If you are teaching our people to continue worshiping other idols or go to anybody other than him, yeah, you're teaching our people to idolize something else or someone else. And that is not what he wants for us. He wants us coming to him and him only. So if you're teaching opposite of that, then you're teaching our people sin. I want y'all to understand that this JC character, this New Testament nigga is a curse, bro. He said that you would be scattered into these lands and you would serve the gods that your fathers don't know. So who worships JC and believes in the New Testament? The white man, right? Is the white man of your ancestors? No. They're Lucifer's seed. So if you believe the same thing as Lucifer's seed and read the same book as Lucifer's seed, what does that say about you? You're not following the Most High. You're not. You are not. And like I said, I'm not trying to come on you if you believe in this New Testament stuff. I'm just trying to make you think here. You serve the same God as your oppressor and use the same book and have the same faith as the oppressor. How is it any different because you make him black and call him Yahusha? It's the same damn belief. The same damn belief of some pagan virgin birth. The same damn belief that you got to believe on an innocent man's blood being shed. The same damn belief of the pagan human sacrifice. The same damn belief of some deity that rises and dies just like every other pagan god that's out there. The same damn belief that this man can somehow, you know what I'm saying, claim to be the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. And I know that's pagan, but whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. All of these pagan concepts that are all throughout this New Testament, and you're saying that you don't have the same faith as the Triple K when you're using the same book as them. You see Christians, do you see Edomites, you know what I'm saying, other than the Ish people, Amalek, who are actually claiming your identity? Notice how they don't have no issue. And remember, these were the people who owned the slave ships. Them folk, Amalek, them people from Khazaria, all right? Why did they work together with these Christians to make sure that your ass is Christianized? Meanwhile, they're over here claiming your Torah. And they're glad you got the idol because, like I said, one thing you need to understand when you read the Torah itself is when we come back to Yahuwah in truth and disregard these idols, it's a wrap for our enemies. Like collectively, all of them. I'm not just talking about the Most High judging like the South and stuff like that, which is what you're going to start seeing a lot more now. But I'm just talking about like collectively, like wiping them all out. It's all of our people coming back to Torah and serving him only. But guess what? They got our people still believing in this lie and serving these other idols. Continuing on. So I showed you guys this one, May 31st, and then this is the fourth one. August 16th. If you follow Yexer Malchiah's teachings, please unfriend me. Now, family, this man has posted me by name several freaking times. I am not the only Israelite out here that rejects this character. I am not the only one. Why is my name in this man's mouth so much? I don't know. It's kind of sus to me. Honestly, it is very, 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 very sus. But all these different examples, May 18th, May 31st, May 31st, May 18th, and then also August 16th. There was another one that I think I missed, but it was 4 times he had posted about me. May 31st. Yeah, 2 on May 31st. So 2 posts about me on May 31st, 1 on May 18th, and then one as recently as August 16th. I don't know. It's just giving me somebody who's obsessed. All right. Now, with all that being said, I said we are going to expose both of these men, Keith and King. I'm not going to be doing the exposing, though. I'm going to go ahead and play this video that I wanted to play yesterday, but I just couldn't find it. So, O'Shea Duke Jackson, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this guy, honestly, because I feel like he plays both sides of the fence. Like, you act like you're Pan-Africanist, but then you, like, pander to FBA, and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, pick a side, all right? But I feel like he brought out the facts in this video, and you guys are going to hear some of the testimonies from our people who got ripped off connected to this, you know what I'm saying, organization that he was promoting, which is the Dry Bones Project that he was promoting on his channel. Matter of fact, before we do, let me show you that real quick here. So y'all will notice that when it comes to Keith and King, the End of the World Ministries, the twins, you will notice that whenever they used to close out their streams, they used to always play that Dry Bones Project song. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay. They will always play that Dry Bones Project song. And you notice they don't do it anymore. The reason why they don't do it anymore is because of this lawsuit. All right. Let me show y'all this real quick. Give me a second. I'm going to just quickly pull this up here so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Because I remember they used to play this every stream back when I used to watch their videos. Stopped watching them a long time ago, bro. Just realize the type of bullshit that they're on. So I stopped watching them. But let me show y'all this, what I'm talking about here. Okay. All right. Okay, so this part right here, if you guys have ever watched his videos, y'all know that he always used to play this outro at the end of his videos. Give me a 1 if you remember this, if you watch him. Some of y'all probably don't need this, but let me go ahead and play it. Okay, so y'all probably know that ending, all right? Y'all probably know that ending that he used to play at the end of every single one of his streams, right? Now, it's interesting because he does not play this anymore. Now, this was an ad that he played to kind of, you know, help promote this Dry Bones Project. Now, this Dry Bones Project was also connected to this organization with this group or this, you know, Go Back to Africa organization. There's several different ones, but the main one was T3andMe. Now, I'm not really going to speak too much on T3andMe because this has nothing to do with him. However, this was attached to T3andMe, his wife, and, you know what I'm saying, this other, you know, group that was, you know, also connected to it. Nonetheless, they all work together, and O'Shea Duke Jackson is going to kind of like go deep and kind of explain all of this, but you are going to read some of these text messages, some of these receipts from some of our people who have been affected by this, all right? And like I said, I'm only putting out this information. So you will be weary about who the hell you following, especially niggas who's trying to turn you against me, because there ain't nothing under my name of me scamming our people, telling them to go, you know, flee to Africa and telling them here, I can help you buy land. I ain't never did that type of stuff. I would never put myself in no type of situation where somebody could accuse me of scamming our people. I'm not like that, dog. I'm not like that at all. Because this is not about money for me, bro. This is not about money. Never has been about money for me. It's always been about the truth. That's why you see all these videos I've been making on here for the last 4 years. The majority of them have been free and able to be viewed by anybody, anywhere, at any time. Unless I get a copyright, they ban it, right? So please don't act like I'm about this for money. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys this video from O'Shea Duke Jackson. And he gonna break down all of this, bro. And I'm gonna just play the whole thing so y'all can get the full context. He does come with receipts. And like I said, if some things might be different because this was some time ago, it is what it is. I'm just bringing out this video. The video is still up on his, I think this channel is Kinganda. Yeah, he has, O'Shea Duke Jackson has several channels, but this one is Kinganda, which is another channel he has. And so it's still up. So I'm just presenting the information that he presents. All right. So let's go ahead and let's look at this. And he comes with the receipts, bro. So none of this is speculation. None of this is, you know what I'm saying, something I'm just making up. He is actually going to bring out all these receipts on this. So be careful who you follow. Be careful who you listen to. Because not every single person out here claiming, you know, to be Yasharal and all that is actually in this for Yahuwah. Some of them are just doing it for their own benefit. And they don't got no problem ripping our people off along the way. Just understand that. Here we go.
In today's episode of Scamgate, we're going to be dealing with an alleged scammer, a husband and wife team by the name of T3andMe. Won't you agree? They're a beautiful family with 2 children who moved all the way from Tennessee, I believe, to Tanzania to start a new life. And of course, when we see young Black people, especially those that are married and have kids, We want all the best for them. And it's very easy to like people when you are on camera. But as my good friend George Macon says, a person on YouTube can be.
You know what? I'm so sorry. I wanted to give a shout out to a person who sent me some jewels. Data Yahudi Shalom says she sent 440 jewels. All praises to the Most High. Thank you so much for your support, sister. I appreciate you. All right, fam. Let's keep this thing going.
The butcher, the baker, or the candlestick maker. My goal in this particular video is to prove that T3andMe needs to become T3 and Flee, because I feel that they are indeed scamming the people. All countries in Africa have a particular investment that they would like you to make as a foreigner for you to stay here. I'm in Uganda, and the minimum investment for the foreigner to register a business here and to get a work permit is $100,000. It doesn't mean that you need to have $100,000 in the country. It just means that you need to have $100,000 available to you in your account. That can be done by providing bank statements to the investment authority or someone working with the investment.
Bro, hold on. He playing that Nipsey Hussle instrument on the background. I just heard that double up playing. I was like, bro, that's the track right there. Double up. Yeah. That's the one. I'm sorry. I just heard that instrumental and I just automatically thought about that. Anyway, continuing on. My bad, y'all. Nostalgia, bro. Nostalgia.
Authority are sending the money to a Ugandan bank account. I happen to be in the East African community, which includes countries like Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Congo, and another country, Tanzania. And so most of these countries in the East African community are which.
Hey, sis, that's the difference between me and a lot of people on this YouTube thing that are Israelites. And it's not every Israelite, bro. There are Israelites who are apologetic or who are humble and who are, willing to come before the nation and the people that they help teach and say, hey, I was wrong about this. I need to come out and correct this. That's what I've always done. But I see a lot of niggas who ain't willing to do that. And that's why I say, y'all are not called by the Most High. You're not. If you don't even have the fruit to even look within yourself and say, hey, I was wrong about this. Okay, I made this video. I made this prediction. I need to come out and apologize to y'all. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It definitely makes you look like, somebody who's not credible. But you got to just take that L. Stop saying things in the name of the Most High. Stop saying the Most High told you this if he didn't tell you jack. And listen, I'll tell you a false prophet. I'll tell you how to tell a false prophet off top. They talking about that New Testament. They're not sent by the Most High. So, throw all these false prophets, all these TikTok prophets talking about, but Jesus, nigga, they lying. Just like that one girl, Celeste, I was telling everybody she's a false prophet. I was telling everybody she's not sent by the Most High because she's preaching that Christianity to our people, right? And then she comes out and she says Kamala was going to win and she didn't win. Now, if we was in the land right now, you know what her fate would be, right? She will be stoned. Jacobin made a prediction about the second Exodus, man. If he made a prediction and it didn't come to pass, we're supposed to stone you. That's the law. So I need Israelites out here to stop playing around with the Most High and making claims that he told you something that he did not. That's the problem with y'all niggas. Y'all don't fear the Most High, because if you feared the Most High, number one, you would be watching what you say in his name. And number two, you wouldn't be telling our people things and trying to make predictions, knowing damn well that the Torah says we stone your ass if it don't come to pass, nigga. That's the Most High's law, nigga. I didn't write it. I just recite it. No fear of the Most High. But like I said, I'm a person. I ain't got no issue if I'm wrong about something or I'm incorrect about something. Being humble and just being like, yo, hey, I was wrong, fam. My bad. I got to come out and correct this. I got to address this. Go back and look at the history. Go back and look at it. You'll see. Go back and look at the video about the grafting in and the Romans 11. Go back and look at how I repented in that video. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at the New Testament playlist. Go look at how I came out and repented for, teaching this Yahusha, teaching the New Testament. Look, go back and look. That's humility right there. And I'm boasting in it because, number one, you're supposed to boast in being humble before the Most High. You're supposed to boast in bearing that righteous fruit that he calls us to have. You're supposed to boast in that. You're not supposed to boast in yourself, but you're supposed to boast in displaying that fruit that he expects us to have, which is humility, humbleness, not being so willing to think you got it all figured out and you're above reproof. That's the difference between me and a lot of these Israelites. Like I said, it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them, though. That I can say. Continuing on.
We call EAC work very similar. If you are a person looking to invest in Tanzania, then you need a whopping, from my research from the Tanzanian Investment Center, you need to have $500,000.
Okay, I'm gonna skip past all this, fam, because this is not what I'm here for.
What I'd like to prove is that they are unethical and unprofessional. In this particular clip I'm going to play, there is a lady that was elderly, invested into Tanzania in the Echo Village project.
Okay, now this sister that is being described here is a daughter of Zion, one of our own sisters of the nation of Yasharal. This sister was scammed out of tens of thousands of dollars. You'll get the receipts in a second. And there are also some text messages that can confirm all the people that were affiliated with this. And you'll see who it is in a minute. All right. But I just want to preface this and give the information. And again, I'm only presenting this so y'all can be careful about who the heck you following and who you trusting in. And these niggas who don't show their faces. Keith and King. What y'all niggas hiding for? What y'all afraid of? Y'all got a history of doing this to people? I'm just wondering. Is that why y'all hide y'all face and hide behind these boondock characters and be so quick to call niggas agents? Nigga, how we know y'all not agents? Nigga, look at my face, nigga. I'm not hiding. But I know that you know, the Black Boule and the Prince Halls, they're the ones who are very secret about stuff. They're the ones that hide their face. They're the ones who, you know, hide their hands when they doing certain things. And y'all so quick to call people agents who actually, you know who they are. We don't know who y'all niggas is. Y'all hiding behind cartoon characters. Keith and King. Let's keep watching.
Project that was ran by T3 and me. Unfortunately, there was a horror story.
So she says, another elder that was scammed out of way more money than me by T3 and me has declined to come forward. Her sister, Mama C. Penny, said that she is still heartbroken and it has left her ill. She moved back to America after paying T3 and me to build her house, and they never finished.
But wait, there's more. What I'd like to bring up right now is the Cash App transactions. Okay, let's bring that up here. I want to deal with Cash App alone. Many of you who have done business before with buying a home or buying a car, anything of that sort, if you have Cash App, you might send some money, but a car dealership would have a bank account. How would you feel like if you wanted to buy a car from the car dealership and they just say, oh, send the money to my Cash App? Well, doesn't Cash App have a limit you can send per day? That's the case, right? It is the case because most businesses, 99% of legit businesses have bank accounts. They would just have you wire the money to their bank account. And even Mark Meets Africa, a scammer, a bank account that you can wire money to, but not T3 and me. They are doing their business by Cash App. So let me get this straight. I'm trying to build a home in Tanzania, and you're telling me that the way that I can do it is, well, wait, let's look at these photos while I'm in the background, and you can see the shitty work that they did being Cash App Crips by taking this woman's money and not doing the job correctly. First of all, anybody who's a real business person.
Whoa. Hold up, y'all. This is what the work that's being done? Oh, my. Wow. Wow. Y'all really got to be careful out there, man. I'm serious. Like all these Israelites that's telling you you need to join this and support this and fundraise for that. Y'all notice I don't do no fundraisers on here. I'm like, yo, you want to support me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got my information, right? But I ain't doing no fundraisers on here. Y'all don't see me opening no GoFundMes, doing no shady business practices or anything of that nature. And like I said, I just feel like some Israelites are just turning this awakening into a way to monetize and in a way to, you know what I'm saying, capitalize, bro. They don't care about Yahuwah. They don't care about the Most High, because that it just goes to show like they'll jump from this to that, to that, to this, to this, to that. I want to say something real quick before we continue. Why do you think that somebody, and I'm not nothing against him, bro, but there's a reason why somebody like Tazaryak is allowed to be jumping around all these platforms, even platforms with other ish people? Why do you think he's allowed to jump around? Because he's talking about that JC character. And like I said, it's nothing against him. He's just deceived because he's in a camp. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he knows the scripts pretty well, at least when it comes to Tanakh. But when he gets to that New Testament stuff, I ain't with it. But why do you think he's allowed to jump around on these different platforms? To continue pushing that idol. All right? But let's continue, fam. But like I said, sometimes y'all got to just be careful about who you follow and who you listen to. All right? I'm serious. And I've been saying that for a while, but we'll continue.
Would not have you pay by Cash App. That is broke business. It is dusty business. And that's what a scammer.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to buy land in Africa, fam, it is a smart thing to go there and see what the hell you're investing in. You don't just give somebody or send somebody some money and then expect them to just do good by you or do right by you. You got scammers everywhere. Okay, you've got scammers in Africa, you got scammers in LA, you got scammers in America, you got scammers everywhere, bro. It don't matter where you go, where you are. It's scammers everywhere. But I just know common sense would tell me if I want to buy land, nigga, I need to be there so I can actually look at what I'm buying and what I'm purchasing, and I can actually surveil and look at the property and see if it's worth my investment. That's just normal business practices. So you just sending somebody some money and you ain't actually went there to look at it? Ugh. And it's nothing. I'm not trying to victim blame or come at this sister that did this, because unfortunately, you know, in this awakening, I understand our people, and I'm not trying to throw shots at this lady or anything of that nature. I'm not trying to do that at this sister. But what I'm trying to make clear here is I feel like our people put a lot of trust in those of us who have platforms and those of us who are helping our people awaken and know who we are and all of that. And I feel like sometimes our people can use that as a way to rob our people or take advantage of our people. And it's honestly genuinely sad. And no, I do not think just because we're dealing with our people in this awakening, I don't think we should fully, you know what I'm saying, trust anybody just because they're an Israelite. Of course, allow their character, allow who they are to prove to you if you're someone that they should trust. But I don't think you should blindly just trust somebody because they call them the name of Yahuwah or they say they're an Israelite or whatever the case might be. I've seen a lot of people who call themselves Israelites do other people dirty all the time. All the time, bro. So I've learned that even if they say name Yahuwah, or even if they say the idol's name, whatever the case might be, right? You have to know who you're dealing with. But on the internet, anybody can pretend to be something that they're not. Anybody on the internet can pretend to be something that they're not. That's very easy to do. So it's important for us to do the due diligence with what we're doing. I mean, if this person is an Israelite and they got a business, they should have other Israelites that can verify that they're legitimate. Don't just take their word for it. You can't. I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. And unfortunately, some of us have come from circumstances where we were in you know, certain positions where, you know, we might have had to like put ourselves in positions where we had to give money by any means necessary, even if it was working against our people. I already told y'all back in the day in the streets, I was doing all of that. Slanging, I was doing all of that. So in a sense, that is something I was accustomed to. But when I crossed over into this truth, all of that old Yexer, just the Yexer in the streets, that all just went out the door. But unfortunately, in this truth, our people are still waking up to be in Israel and still have the same mindset. I got to get it while I can. Even at our people's expense, which is just very sad. Let's continue.
Would do, it would have you send the money on Cash App and not have you send the money to a bank account in which they have a registered business. Why won't they have a registered business? Because they themselves are not a registered business there in Tanzania. Let me give you an example of a work permit that I had to do. I'll bring the screenshot.
All right, I'm going to fast forward. Let's get back to the business. Because I want to get to the nitty gritty here. All right.
So, and furthermore, we all know that foreigners cannot own land as far as architectural design or to build houses. None of that do they have, and they have never done so in the past. So how can they do this for people in the diaspora, selling them some sort of dream? Now we're going to talk about the religious partition.
Okay, now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. This is where Keith and King come into this scenario because, as you know, they were promoting the Dry Bones Project. He'll explain all that for you. All right, here we go.
The scam. And that is that there are organizations associated with some sect of Hebrew Israelites. Now, when I am saying this, I am not denouncing all Hebrew Israelites. As you guys know, I am a Baptist, and we have people who are bad Baptists, and we have people who are bad Catholics. So this is not a diss at Hebrew Israelites as a whole, but this tends to be a sector of criminal Hebrew Israelites who are definitely scamming people. And one of those criminal enterprises, allegedly, it is called TEOTW Ministries, also known as the End of the World Ministries. And allegedly, this ministry is ran by two brothers by the name of Keith and King. These are two gentlemen who refuse to show their face. They have never shown their face. Yet and still, they are feeding customers to T3ME in their Echo Village project. Now, if you don't believe me, here are one of the guys or both of the guys saying why they cannot show their face to the people in their ministry.
F all y'all. F all y'all. I'm a little out of, so you know I'm sick, family. You know I ain't feeling well. Y'all gotta give me a pass. So y'all know from the very beginning, when we started this ministry, we told y'all the reason why we didn't show our faces is because the Most High told us to. It's because the Most High told us not to. It's because the Most High told us not to.
Wait a minute here. I wonder if they're willing to swear by the name of Yahuwah that they actually said that. I'm wondering if they're willing to swear by the name of Yahuwah that he told them not to show their face. Because when I think about scriptural dealings with our people, every prophet, every person that led us or was spoke to us on behalf of the Most High, everyone who helped lead our people, we knew who they were. So if you're telling me that the Most High told you to be anonymous, yeah, man, I don't know if I believe that, bro. Now, if you have your own reason for remaining anonymous, it would have been better to say that than say the Most High told you to. Because again, I can understand why some of our people do not show their face, to protect their identity because our enemies are watching us. And especially with like facial recognition and AI and all that, you may not want to feed the beast. I get that. I do. I fully do. So I can understand why you would, but please don't bring the Most High into that. If that's really the reason why, please don't say the Most High told you something he didn't tell you. Dangerous game to play. Now, I find it interesting that this man is saying the Most High told him and his brother. Did he tell y'all at the same time? Did y'all both hear his voice at the same time? Or did he tell you and then you told your brother and then y'all agreed together that he don't want y'all to show y'all face? Like, how did that really go down? Like, I feel like we should be pressing upon him to explain that a little bit more because honestly, it don't make no sense. Why would the Most High tell you not to show who you are, that you are one of us? Especially, like I said, with AI and all these things. You know what's crazy, fam? I kid you not. When I came out and said I no longer believe in Yahusha and the New Testament and all that, somebody actually had the gall to say that I'm AI. And somebody done hijacked my account. I dig it. I'm so serious, y'all. I'm so serious, fam. Somebody genuinely actually said that in one of my comments on one of those videos, bro. And I'm just like, wow. Okay. I mean, if that's what you believe, if you want to go ahead and believe that, go ahead and believe it, my nigga. I'll allow you to do that. I ain't gonna even correct you. I'm gonna let you have that.
Down sound, right? Now that's interesting. Can you go to TD Jake's church and be in this ministry for so many years and never know what he looks like? Why is it that you have a ministry ran by two twins who refuse to show their face and nobody knows who they are, yet they have people who trust these individuals in the ministry? But that's not a problem for T3andMe. And this was all documented by YouTube channel called We Woke Now, who busted out this particular project, who busted this out as a scam.
So I want to introduce you all to the Dry Bones Project with this video that we all put together.
And you can see right here, you've got the brother from T3andMe, and that's his wife. So how is Keith and King connected to this whole scenario? Well, they were connected with T3andMe, and they were sending their audience and those who watch their channel to T3andMe. And according to the information we are looking at here, one of our sisters who is a follower and a subscriber of the End of the World Ministries connected to Keith and King, she says that she was scammed. And like I said, because she was dealing with T3andMe through, I believe, the End of the World Ministries. So we're going to look at, you know what I'm saying, the information, and we're going to see what we have here. All right.
And, you know, the idea is that T3andMe, Stepping Stones to Home, and whoever else becomes a part of the Dry Bones Project will be playing this as an outro or wherever within their videos, so that you know that they're part of the Dry Bones Project and to support them. So T3andMe, what do you all think about the Dry Bones Project and you all being, you know, a part of that, and you know, us coming together as a people around the world?
Well, I'll start off by saying thank you once again, and we appreciate you, you know, reaching out to us, and we'll further join this project with you, man. We appreciate it. We don't take life, you know, that you see fit that we are one of the ones to spearhead one of this journey right now.
T3andMe definitely benefit from other people sending them new victims to buy into Eco Village.
One of the things that's really important is there have been not only accusations and all those kinds of things, but people have to be able to process their emotions. In that call that we were on with Sister Bantu, you know, there were at least 4 people that have mentioned how their money has been taken. I've had other people call me that have said their money's been taken. You cannot process this kind of thing when tens of thousands of dollars have been, whatever's happened, lost, whatever's happened to them, without dealing with the seriousness and the depth of the emotions. We have to handle these things in a way that then leads to a place where we can come together and talk. But unless people are able to process, their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings, we won't be able to get to resolution. You can't expect people to come to the table. Sister Mayafa called her, I can't pronounce her name right, but you know, she lost a parent to her. I only know what she told me, so I can only say what she told me. But it was over, you know, $15,000. That's a lot of money for anybody, right or wrong, for whoever's right, to have said, I've lost that. I will never recover that. I'm a retiree.
So why?
Bro, like I said, this was a daughter of Zion who could have been somebody's grandmother, somebody's mother, somebody's auntie, somebody's sister. Like, bro, nah, man. I mean, that could have been my mom. That could have been your auntie, your grandmother. Man, nah, I have an issue with this. And that's why I'm bringing this out. That's why I'm allowing y'all to see Keith and King for who they really, really are. Okay? Y'all don't find it suspicious that these Negroes are sitting here talking about, you know, they're called by the Most High and he told them not to show their face. But don't y'all realize that them not showing their face is a perfect cover for them to rip people off? Yeah, man. This is an ugly situation. Let's keep watching. And like I said, this is not a recent situation. I think this was like maybe like two or 3 years ago. I'm just bringing this out because I want you to understand the history of Keith and King and what they are attached to.
Why would these brothers who have not shown their face and who themselves have not went to Africa partner with T3andMe, the Echo Village, to do this particular business? The only way that they would do it is because these guys are benefiting from it. That means even T3andMe don't know what those guys look like, and it doesn't matter because these guys are all in on the scam also. And that is how a lot of elderly people have been taken advantage of. And if you don't believe me, they have argued this point right on the live stream. But wait, there actually is more. There is a guy by the name of Jamaican African Travels 4064. He commented right on this video that I'm talking about. It was called TEOW Ministries Exposed, No Longer Hidden. Watch to the end. Jamaican African Travel says, Jamaican African Travels 4064 says, thank you, Pastor Kelly, for coming on board. I discovered a long time that Yacobo and T3 scamming diasporans, but because my channel is so small, it wasn't reaching the diaspora. Now, his video is in July 23, 2024, and I believe his video is called People Beware of the Land Scamming in Africa. So this is many months before I started my personal investigation with Kiki Loves Nigeria, who was also doing it before me. Let's see what he has to say about T3.
Somebody says, Black Lives Count says, he's a very angry man that is not of the Most High. I had to stop watching them. Yeah, I mean, his issue is that he just constantly, you know what I'm saying, is just yelling at people, dogging people out. I understand sometimes you get frustrated with our people, but it's just like, if you disagree with him, he's just constantly throwing shots and just being disrespectful and it's like, it's unnecessary, bro. It's like if somebody disagrees with you, just pray for them. You know, pray that they get to a level of understanding. If you know what I'm saying, if you what you think what they believe is wrong. Right? Like I said, you believe you Messianic, you believe in the New Testament. That's on you, bro. But I'm just bringing out the facts and I'm showing you why I don't believe in it. Like I said, it's up to you. You want to believe in that character because you believe that is just where you at, then that's where you at. The Most High showed me I don't need them. You feel me? It is what it is. Continuing on.
And mind you, this man lives in Tanzania.
So today I want to talk about buying land from T3 in Eco Village. T3 don't have any Eco Village over here. And people, when you send your money to buy land from T3, it's like when you bring some butter go put in the sun. It's going to melt right away. You have nothing to get. So just follow me, saying that we are undermining him, calling us snake, but he is a serpent and he is also a Judas that betray all these people. From the day T3 and his wife continue have been feeding
that you have people.
Okay. All right. Y'all still with me? Please hit the like. If you have not hit the like, please hit the like button. Our people need to see the truth. Our people need to understand what we are dealing with these two. And it's going to get deeper. And you're going to see more receipts, more text messages, more evidence of this, knowing that this is not just some made up claim. This is not just some he say, she say stuff. Y'all already saw the Cash App receipts. Y'all saw this sister was sending 6,000, you know what I'm saying? Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. All right. Now there's an actual amount, but I'm not going to say it. if it's revealed in this information, then it's revealed. If it's not, it's not. But just know that this sister lost tens of thousands, and there was other people who are also making these complaints. And what I'm about to show you now is he's going to go through these many other complaints of our people that are talking about this whole situation. So let's keep watching. And there's more people connected to this that I'll also be called out in this.
There was so much dirt on T3 and would spend like 2 hours reading all these emails. So I wanted to pick the best ones, okay? And some of these are forwarded messages from personal groups, so I will blur out people's names, but I want to read them. Now, this does involve a pastor that also sends people to T3andMe, Pastor Rick Fletcher. He's also associated somehow with TEOW, the end of the world ministries. So he's also a pastor of some sorts. Let's look at this email. Shalom, dear sister. I hope this day finds you well. This was written December 27, 2024 at 6:14 p.m. Shalom, dear sister. I hope this day finds you well. I understand that you have most likely gone to court over these matters. My hope is that there will be allowance for repentance and forgiveness according to the word of the Lord. In my estimation, Pastor Rick did what was right when he realized he made a grave mistake and people suffered from his influence. Now, Pastor Rick also allowed Mark to come onto his platform and T3andMe, and then both of these individuals end up scamming his members. I have rarely heard a pastor do what he did, coming on live to apologize and seek the forgiveness of those who were harmed by becoming involved in what turned out to be fault. So Pastor Rick Fletcher, at one particular point, attacked T3andMe for scamming his members, and then he was forced by these other guys, TEOTW Ministries, to come back and apologize to the people who were given the scam, which basically pissed off the members of his online congregation. We all see through a glass dimly and in all need of the Messiah.
Bad. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just read you guys what this bottom part says, because I guess he didn't read it. So in regards to the sister who lost a decent amount of money, this is what the email says here. It says, I hate the fact that I figured out that the Fords are even more corrupt than Mark and Aura. I did my best to assure the sister who lost $23,000 that Pastor Fletcher was fooled by these people. Now we are having doubts. My daughter was on the call with me, and Pastor Fletcher, sister something, who was scammed out of over 7,000. So you had somebody that was scammed out of 23,000, and you had somebody that was scammed out of 7,000. All right. And Yaakov, she asked Yaakov, was he being ethical by taking and spending investors' money in the way he was doing? And he responded, yes. Oh my. Oh my. I recorded this short video promoting the short video promoting move to Africa. Yes, it was on us to invest or not, but Pastor Fletcher said he was personally involved, and that gave this scam credibility. Wow. Yeah, like I said, bro, y'all have to look into who you support. And like I said, listen, in Pastor Fletcher's defense, all right, he didn't really know the goings on of what was happening, but it's still his fault, because you have to look into what you're attaching yourself to and what you're promoting to your platform. And that's why I don't really be interested in working with other people, doing collaborations with other people, because I don't know niggas' intentions, cuz. I don't know niggas' intentions. So I don't be wanting to really bring people on and, you know what I'm saying, do stuff with people. People be reaching out to me, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. And I might read their message and never write them back. I don't trust niggas, bro. I really genuinely don't. Whatever is promoted on this platform, whatever's shown on this platform, I'm responsible for it. So no, I just don't let anybody on here. I just don't let anybody come on. Even when that dude wanted to debate me, I didn't want to debate him on here. Why? Because they're still, you know what I'm saying, like when I saw what he did when I called into his show, he was trying to basically dominate, you know what I'm saying, the whole conversation where I'm not even allowed to talk. And I was like, nah, we're not doing that. So, you know, you got to be careful who you attach yourself to. You need to be looking into what you're promoting to your people. You need to be looking and studying and getting all the information. Because whether he's sorry about it or not, he still promoted it. And our people lost money because of it. So when I see people connected to shady individuals, and honestly, I don't even really feel bad that he's being lumped into this, because he also has been, joining in with the smear campaign with Yakoba and all the rest of these goofy ass niggas. I saw him in the comment section under these posts. I saw him agreeing with Yakoba. That's a snake. So, personally, and then, I remember he wrote me like on my email, and he was asking me if I wanted to do, an interview with him and be on his show and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest, I was like, nah, something don't feel right about this. And now that I see what he's doing, I don't feel bad about it. My. Y'all got to be careful out here for real. Y'all got to be careful out here for real. And just to show you I'm not lying and I'm not bluffing, I'll show you the proof right now. Like I said, this dude's posted about me on his page. And Rick Fletcher, pastor, I'm not going to even call you pastor. Where's Goofy? Why the hell are we Israelites still calling ourselves pastors, nigga? What the hell are Israelites still calling themselves pastors for? Y'all niggas is still Christians. Y'all New Testament niggas is still Christians, cuz. You really are. You still calling yourself reverend, pastor, bishop. Y'all know those are Masonic terms, right? Y'all know if Freemasons call themselves reverends and bishops and pastors and all this goofy stuff, my nigga. The Most High never called nobody and none of his people no damn pastors. The hell y'all niggas calling yourselves pastors for? Anyway, that's a side note, but nigga, I just get irritated when I see these pastor this, pastor that. I'm like, we still calling ourselves pastors, nigga? I mean, I never called myself that, but I just want to show y'all this before I continue. So here's the evidence that I want to show real quick. So I showed you this post. Let me show you real quick, where he says, if you follow my videos or you watch my videos, it was this one right here, please unfriend me. Okay. And guess who commented under that post? Let me show y'all real quick. I want y'all to see it with your own two eyes, with your own two eyes, right here. Look at that. Let me show you real quick, just so you can see it for yourself. Look who commented on it and put 100 emoji. Okay. So I don't feel bad that he's being exposed to. So let's get back to it. All right. Bunch of snakes, bro, and a bunch of fake ass niggas. And like I said, feel a way about me for what I'm saying, but I done caught you red-handed. Don't never think that I don't got eyes. Just because I get banned off a platform, nigga, don't think I don't know people. Don't think I ain't got people that see the stuff y'all be saying. Don't think that I ain't got niggas who will forward it to me and show me. I'm a lot more respected in this community that people like to give me credit for, but let's continue on.
In the service of the king, I will bleep their last name out. Okay. Well, let's look at the first email. I hated the fact that I figured out that the Fords are even more corrupt than Mark and Oral. The Fords are Siobhan and Tim Ford, which is T3 and me. I did my best to assure the sister who lost $23,000 that Pastor Fletcher was fooled by those people, or by these people. Now we are having doubts. My daughter was on the call with me. Pastor Fletcher, Sister Blank, who was scammed out of her $7,000 in Yaakov. I believe Yaakov is one of the guys in that the end of the world Ministries. She asked Yaakov, who's one of the guys of.
Thank you. Because when I saw that Yaakov, I was like, wait a minute. But that's referring to one of the twins who we know is Yakoba, the nigga who's been posting about me. Somebody questioned him about how the money was being spent. Now, let's go back and let's rewind it because I want to make sure you caught this. Okay? Let me go back just a little bit. Okay, right here.
My best to assure the sister who lost $23,000 that Pastor Fletcher was fooled by those people, or by these people. Now we are having doubts. My daughter was on the call with me. Pastor Fletcher, Sister Blank, who was scammed out of her $7,000 in Yaakov. I believe Yaakov is one of the guys in that the end of the world Ministries. She asked Yaakov, who's one of the guys, I believe it's either Keith or King, was he being ethical by taking and spending investors' money in the way he was doing? And he responded, yes. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. So he was spending investors' money. Somebody questioned him about it and asked, is it ethical to be spending people's money that are actually, investing to buy land? And he said he's not wrong for how he's spending the money. Wow. Somebody said narcissist earlier. I think you hit the hammer on the head with that. Wow. Only a remnant. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Salaki says, yes, ma'am. Facts. Only a remnant of us. Only a remnant of us. I don't care how many subscribers somebody has, bro. Because it's a whole lot of our people who are deceived. Let's just be honest out here, right? Only a remnant of us is going to be saved. So do I expect my channel to blow up and be big? Never, nigga. Never. Only a remnant is going to make it. Only a remnant. And we have to keep reminding ourselves of this. That kind of reminds me of the whole Dr. Umar situation where he was supposed to be, people were donating him to support him to build this Marcus Garvey school. Brothers and sisters, it's the king of Pan-Africanism. It's the prince of Pan-Africanism. It's the prince of Pan-Africanism. Brothers and sisters. I'm just joking, y'all. But it kind of reminds me of a Dr. Umar situation where people were supporting him. Donations. Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. Y'all crazy, bro. FDMG, right. The Frederick Douglass Academy. Marcus Garvey Academy. That's what it was. Yeah, okay. So Dr. Umar, and don't get me wrong, he be saying a lot of stuff that I agree with, but not everything. But for the most part, I agree with most of the stuff he says about black people and our people and whatnot. But nonetheless, people were paying him or sending him donations to get this school built. And his money was being mismanaged. And it's like when you think about when he was at the casino and he was gambling with the money that people donated to him to build the school. This is the same kind of situation. It's not the exact same situation, but our people are supporting this project because they are hoping that they are able to leave Babylon and get themselves situated in the continent. And yet you got Israelites out here that are basically taking advantage of our people's vulnerability and our people's desperation. I get it. I'm tired of America too. I hate America. Y'all niggas know this about me, bro. And I understand this, many of us are not able to just up and just go and leave and all of that. I understand. And I understand our people's desperation, especially right now with what's going on and how our people are being targeted the way they're being targeted. But we cannot put our trust in man. We must put our trust in the Most High, and we must go to the Most High, and we must let him lead us in this, not blindly put our faith in somebody who says, I'm an Israelite, who don't show their face. We have to make sure, family, that we are moving by the Spirit and the Ruach and the leadership of our Father in heaven and his Ruach, and not our feeling of desperation and anxiety because of the hardships that we're facing in the lands of our captivity, specifically America. We have to make sure that we are faith-led and not fear-led. And I do think that we need to always go to the Most High when we want to make such a big decision. Truly. All right. So one of the twins, Yakoba, Keith or King, I'm not sure which one he is. I just know Teu and Yakoba, their names are Keith and King. We know this because of the lawsuit. Let's keep watching.
I recorded his short video promoting Move to Africa. Yes, it was on us to invest or not, but Pastor Fletcher said he was personally involved. That gave this scam credibility. On the four-way call, Pastor said he did not invest in Move to Africa. My daughter and sister blank can confirm this. So how could he say he was personally involved if he didn't invest? Also bothers me that he did not warn others that Oral contacted him with this new land scam. I warned him to stay away from that YouTube crowd. Both my daughter and I gave Rick Fletcher and the Fords the benefit of the doubt. The Fords are wicked people and the truth will come out about them. The whole Pan-African community here in Dar already know that they are. We thought Pastor Fletcher was just soft. Now I see a pattern of him not dealing with questionable people. This is the bad part. People are losing their life savings, falling into despair, and finding themselves in harm's way once they got over here. Did Pastor Fletcher ever apologize for his role and minister to the victims affected by his platform? Where is his shepherd's heart for the ones harmed due to him promoting wolves? Something is not right here. I must pull back and not be associated with questionable people. I pray that I'm mistaken, but so far I haven't been wrong. The corruption and deception runs deep with this crowd, and I want no part of it. I'm heartbroken, but not discouraged. These are elderly ladies that are talking to each other, not talking to me. I'm getting forwarded this stuff. Please take care and be cautious in your dealings with all these folks. Remember, these people are in a Hebrew Israelite community. I'm Baptist, so there's no way that I'm involved in this. This is what they're saying to each other. They forwarded this to me to prove that, and I'm reading to you. All throughout Proverbs, we are told not to give credibility to others by arguing with them. If anyone was paying attention to me during the live, well, okay, that is one of the emails. Here is another brother associated with the ministry formerly. He was a part of TEO.
Okay, so this is a brother who was once associated with Keith and King, and now he is coming out and dropping and spilling the tea about these folks. Let's keep going.
TEOTW Ministries, and he's going to deal with not necessarily T3ME, but the ministry that is recommending, that is sending these people to be scammed to T3ME. Okay, he says this, and I'm going to keep his name. Hello, good brother blank, aka O'Shea Duke Jackson. I was recently made aware of your videos about land scams in Africa. I was once a part of the Hebrew Israelite movement. I used to follow a gentleman by the name of Pastor Rick Fletcher and a duo of brothers named TEOTW Ministries, the End of the World Ministries. I stopped because I realized they're a cult and they run scams on their own people about returning to Africa. Here are some breadcrumbs. 1. Using prophecy to scare people into coming to Africa. Why? Who will these people contact when they come to Africa? Who's the plug already in Africa with the prophecy that's being fulfilled? Oh, it's T3ME. Prophecy is being fulfilled. There's a link to an actual sermon of this going on. 2, what nation are they building and raising funds for? Now, this is important because these guys always have fundraisers. One of the ladies you use in the video of yours was able to get in contact with Mark via this channel of Pastor Rick Fletcher, who she mentioned by name. He's also an associate of T3ME. Now, I cannot prove this, but I did talk to Mark, and he spoke quite favorably about T3ME. So when he was admitting to me that he was a part of his own scam, you know, he could tell that he was somewhat friendly to T3ME. He and the TEOTW brother seems to be facilitators of this. So what is happening is Pastor Rick, T3ME, and what people are saying is Mark also learned from these individuals, especially T3ME, I can't prove that, how to run such scams. They've been called out on this, and that may be the reason why T3ME aren't getting the finances they once were. So now they used to get a lot of money through the scam, and then the word got around the Black Hebrew Israelite community, and so they have stopped. 3, notice how they keep doing fundraising. This on Pastor Rick Fletcher's YouTube channel. Look at this. Here's a video from TEOTW refuting another online pastor who exposed them for their lies and scamming with their affiliates. Okay, that's the We Woke Now channel, right? They even investigate themselves and clear themselves in the video. At the 108 mark on this video, they make a bogus defense of T3ME with documentation about an issue they were involved with. Dry Bones Project by TEW Ministries. Just look at who is on the page being advertised for donations. So if you look at, here are people that you can donate to, right? All of these people are associated with some level of scamming. Journey with Us, who I see them now basically on YouTube acting as if they're, you know, they love everybody and they moved to Mauritius. They were on here and they've been caught. Their name is based in a whole bunch of scams in Tanzania. They've now left the country. Stepping Stones to Home, here are some support. Their Cash App is there. Of course, T3andMe, their support is there. So basically, they are allowing themselves to get donations, and most likely this is some level of kickback to the people from the End of the World Ministries for them getting that support. Okay. Last but not least, there is one more email that I want to read because obviously it is a lot. Greetings. The court here in Tanzania will rule on the objections from T3andMe on April 24th. I am confident that it will be overruled and we will pursue these evil people. They did more than scam. They caused physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual damage to many people. YouTubers, TEOTW Ministries, and Pastor Rick Fleck.
Okay, so now you have the Tanzania government, the court, or Salaki, the Tanzania court is calling them out. Look, it says, greetings, the court here in Tanzania. Oh, man. Keith and King. Y'all niggas done jacked up, boy. Even the country in Africa, one of the courts in Africa, in Tanzania, is calling y'all out along with this other organization y'all are affiliated with. These two boys are bad news, bro. These are bad news boys right here, man. These cartoon characters, these Boondock boys are bad news for our nation. So like I said, they want to attack me because I reject this New Testament, but nigga, y'all niggas need to come out and explain this. And by the way, I know that they made a video, talking about, trying to debunk this. And I watched some of that video, but here's the problem. They claim, all right, now in the video where they were addressing the stuff that Pastor Kelly Richardson was saying about them, they ended up trying to debunk it and say, the lady that said this, she lost money, was refunded. But here's the problem, though. When you look at this receipt right here, y'all tell me if this looks legitimate. So they said that this woman was refunded, right? In this video that they did, right? But does this look legitimate to you? This is a PayPal transaction, right? Now they're saying that the lady who lost the money or whatever was refunded. But do y'all remember the receipts that I showed you earlier were through Cash App? And we saw that this lady said that she lost over $23,000. So this right here does not look like proof to me. There's no name. There's no way to verify it. But this is what these two twins have tried to present to say that this woman was refunded. But that doesn't look like the case because we looked at what O'Shea Duke Jackson brought out, and there was well over, $12,000, well over that she lost. Matter of fact, we also had another brother that came on live and told them that she lost $15,000+. And yet they're saying that she got refunded and they're only showing $1,000. Nigga, we saw Cash App transactions being sent to this organization that he was connected to. So if this is his excuse or her being refunded, this is a whole lie. This is a whole lie. It looks like a freaking screenshot that he took through somebody else's cell phone. And it doesn't show, it shows 1,000. Yeah, but like I said, this woman is saying she lost over 15,000. So this is not righting a wrong here. If you want to consider this righting a wrong, that tells me your character is really, really off. Oh, Father, help us all. Anywho, the video that he tried to make claiming that this is proof that this woman was refunded is bull crap. It is bull crap. We saw that she said she lost thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. We had another brother who also said that. Then we had two women who were both scammed. One of them lost $23,000. The other lost $7,000. How the hell is this righting a wrong? These sisters are claiming that they've lost well over 1,000 each. As a matter of fact, we have the receipts that they sent this money to this group that he was promoting. Now he wants to sit here and gaslight his audience and show them this poorly, this poor piece of evidence, this shitty ass piece of evidence to try to say that she was refunded. Matter of fact, here, let me play the video so I can let him say it out of his own mouth so y'all know I'm not lying on him. But we're going to go back and look at them Cash App receipts because he's showing you $1,000, $1,900 was refunded. But we saw it was 6,000. It was 2,000 plus that. It was way more than this. All right. But let me just rewind it so I can let him say it in his video. All right. Let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick.
The response to their repeated interference and spreading of false narratives, which allegedly drove other investors away. So they were trying to hurt T3 and me and them business. Documentary evidence, receipt showing Dr. DB's refund and correspondence clarify that the accusations of theft are baseless. Here's the receipt for the refund. It's on your screen right now. I hid the name. Dr. DB got her $1,905 back.
Wait. He said Dr. DB. Somebody do me a favor and type in Dr. DB because we're about to fact check that right now. He said Dr. DB was refunded $1,905. Somebody type Dr. DB in the chat because we're about to fact check that with the actual receipts and not this little, crappy little screenshot that he wants to give y'all. Like I said, we know that he has a track record of manipulating and altering information to his audience. We already have proof of that. And I showed that in the last the episode I did last night. Somebody type Dr. DB in the chat real quick for me. I'm going to highlight it, and then we're going to go back and we're going to fact check what he says. Dr. DB. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. So, Dr. DB, that is who was mentioned. Actually, it should be like this, but we'll go with what you said, sis. Should be like this, Dr. DB like this, but I'll go with what you got, sister. It's all good. Appreciate you. So Dr. DB or Dr. DB. Okay, just remember DB. All right, Dr. DB. All right, we'll go with our sister, Dada Yahudi. All right, so let's go back to the video in question of O'Shea Duke Jackson. All right, we're going to go back to these receipts because he mentioned this Dr. DB. All right. Let me see here. We're going to go back to the receipts and we're going to see if what he's saying is actually true, because from what we saw, it was way more than some freaking $1,900. All right. So here, let's jump over here and let's rewatch it. And let's fact check that real quick.
Like T3 and me. Unfortunately, there was a horror story.
So she says, another elder that was scammed got way more money than me. Oh.
Okay, look at this. 2,000 family sent to the wife of homeboy from T3 and me. Look at that. That is not 1,900. Okay, let's keep watching.
Heartbroken. And it has left her ill. She moved back to America after and they
App transaction.
Look at that. 6,600 family. 2,000, 3,000, 6,600, 6,600 family. How the hell is that a refund? This woman sent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to this organization he was promoting. And he's saying that she was refunded $1,900. That doesn't cover what she lost. Are you kidding me? That's a slap in that woman's face. Wow. All of y'all out there who have joined in with this gossip to slander me, to join in with this goofy ass, classy ass, clown ass nigga, shame on you. Shame on you. Look what he's doing to our people. And look how he's lying to our people yet again. Manipulating our people yet again into believing he somehow righted his wrong. Gaslighting you. Not even addressing the fact that she lost thousands and thousands of dollars. And yeah, I'm personally bothered by this because it could have been my mother. And if it was my mother or my grandmother, anybody in my family, nigga, I'm looking for y'all niggas. I know y'all in Texas. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I got to sip my coffee slow, man. All right. So y'all saw what the receipts are saying right here. And like I said, this is Cash App we're looking at right here, right? Give me a one if we are looking at Cash App receipts or if we are looking at PayPal receipts right now. I already showed you, he showed you a PayPal transaction. But right here, what we're looking at is Cash App. Give me a one, all my people. Give me a one if we are looking at Cash App receipts right now on the screen currently. I just want to be sure, family. I just want to be sure we're all on the same page. They should have left you alone. They should have, sis. They should have. They should have. Now I'm about to destroy this false ministry and everything. And like I said, our people who want to blindly follow them, woe unto you. They should have kept my name out of their freaking mouth. And look, 4 times they mentioned my name, and it wasn't until the 4th time that I finally decided to clap back. I was nice. I ignored these niggas, but they kept on pushing it. And now, yeah, you getting cooked today. Should have left me alone. Now, so we can agree that what we're looking at is Cash App receipts. All praises to the Most High. Okay, fam, I'm glad we're in agreement. So he showed you, so right here are the receipts, as we can see. Now, what he showed you on his channel is a PayPal receipt that is cut off, does not show the amount of money that this sister sent to the wife of this man from T3. I don't know his name, so, I'm going to just leave it at that. I'll just say the Fords because that's clearly the names that is attached to this lawsuit. So they sent $1,900 on a PayPal transaction with the whole thing cut off. It's like, even if you blur out the names, you couldn't take a screenshot of the whole thing directly from the computer. What is really going on here? This just looks very, very sketchy to me. Very, very sketchy. But let's keep listening.
Y'all wanted evidence? Y'all need to stop accusing people because a lot of people just say so. Accusing T3 and me of theft. They're not that type of people.
So where is the tens of thousands of dollars that this sister lost? Because you're saying that people are accusing you of theft, but we just saw that these sisters said that you mismanaging the money that they invested, you see no wrong in it. And you didn't say it that way verbatim, but something along those lines, according to what these sisters said. And yeah, I believe them because you are on record as a documented liar. You are on record as somebody who manipulates information to deceive his audience. Just like you said, the E1B1A has nothing to do. Matter of fact, let me pull that up real quick. I'm going in on this nigga today. I don't give a damn. You should have kept my name out your mouth, cuz. All right. Somewhere on his page, he basically said that E1B1A is basically something that is not connected to the Israelites. Basically, something along those lines. Like, I'm trying to find a post, but I don't know if I'm going to find it. But he said something about E1B1A not being connected to the Israelites, which is also a lie. And then he said that, the Israelites are called Ezra Alawi. And notice he's using the Ethiopian. Let me show you this real quick. He's using the dang Ethiopian letters right here. Ezra Alawi. How would our name be Ezra Alawi? Do you even know what Yasharal means? It means upright of Alua. And he's over here telling you that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia. Let me show you what he believes is Jerusalem. And I'm like, bro, you don't see all these pagan ass crosses all over these temples and all over this, and you're saying that that's the Temple of Solomon, my nigga? Really? Or a remnant of the temple or something of that nature? I'm like, bro, why would I have all these crosses and these pagan symbols all over it, bro? Like, let's see. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about real quick here. So, for example, I know he shows this in his some of his research, right? His so-called research. Bro, this is a whole cross. This is Christian, my nigga. Why would Solomon's temple or anything that represents our land have anything pagan like a cross on it? Then you also have to explain, if you believe Ethiopia is the promised land and is where Jerusalem was, why does the scripture say that the land is enjoying its Shabbats and there's neither man nor beast dwelling there right now? So it's desolate currently. That means there's nobody there right now. When the scriptures say that, you know what I'm saying, people like to, you know, mention that that Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying, would be trodden down by Gentiles according to what the New Testament says. But even if you want to use that as an argument, once the Romans destroyed the temple, it was completely destroyed. So there's nothing left there. And that's why the Most High says the land is enjoying its Shabbats. Why? Because there's nobody there to disturb it. It's all been destroyed. But it will be restored again when we're brought back. But let's keep going, because I'm going to keep on cooking these boys. And I can't find that post about what they said about E1B1A, so I'm going to just leave that alone. But they did make that claim. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's see. Okay, I cannot find that video, so I think I'm gonna just leave it alone because I don't want to waste too much time trying to find that thing. Actually, let me check one more place. All right. If I can't find it, fam, we're gonna keep it moving. Okay, here we go. Let's see what he said. This is on his website. And his claim is that the E1B1A only doctrine is scientifically and biblically flawed. And I think his brother wrote this. Now, for somebody who's never been to Africa, I just find it, and you know, maybe he has, but from what I understand, he hasn't. Let's see what they say. And it looks like they're using probably ChatGPT. Yeah, this is clearly ChatGPT. So it's like, it's not even really based on research or facts. And then, of course, there's no evidence. There's nothing to verify. You got an AI generated image right here. So you really don't have anything to prove what you're saying. And then, of course, you know, you throw in some scriptures here, but scriptures don't really talk about DNA or anything of that nature. So you can't really use scriptures in this argument. You would have to use science. Yeah, I really don't even want to read all this, honestly. Maybe it's something I could look at later, but nonetheless, E1B1A is directly connected to the Israelites. We already know that, and we can already prove that. There's so much information and science and facts to actually back that up. But we're not going to get into that. All right, so going back to this video, we're going to finish watching this. But right here, we can see, family, that he is showing a receipt of PayPal. But we saw that the transactions were done. So we're looking at a PayPal receipt of $1,905. All right, PayPal. He's claiming that this is a receipt of this woman getting her money back, being refunded. The problem with this, though, is when we look at the video with the actual receipts, we're seeing Cash App transactions, and we're seeing well over $1,900. And he just sat there and lied to his audience. He just sat there and lied to his audience, family, and told them that he righted this wrong, and he did not. He manipulated them yet again. And I feel bad for our people because, you know, a lot of our people just blindly trust people. And I feel bad because it's like our people are seeking Yah. They're seeking the Most High. They're trying to get close to the Most High, and they're trusting our people. And you can't do that. I'm sorry, Yasharal. You just can't do that. Not with me, not with any Israelite. And I'm always going to include myself in this because I'm not above reproof either. Period. You got to seek Yahuwah about everything, even your favorite Israelite YouTuber. We're going to continue to be wrong. We're going to continue to make mistakes in our understanding. We're going to continue to grow in Yahuwah, which is why I'm encouraging you, seek Yahuwah about everything. Fact check what I'm saying. Fact check what I'm bringing out. Every Israelite that you watch, be sure to do that. But also be careful not to eat from every table. Can't eat from every table. You really can't. You'll end up confused. If you're watching somebody like me who's not Messianic anymore, and then watching somebody who is Messianic, you're going to forever be confused. If you are Yah only, stick with watching only Yah only content. Do not go back to New Testament stuff because you'll end right back up in confusion again. I finally done cleared up the cobwebs of this New Testament and all the contradictions and the foolishness in there. And now I'm on the right track with Yahuwah because I can make sense of the end times. Now I can put my prophetic, you know what I'm saying, ability kind of into this now. Now I can really, really apply my understanding of prophecy, you know, perfectly now because I got the Tanakh and it fits perfectly together. New Testament is meant to confuse you. Anywho. All right. So again, we looked at this video and we see he is claiming to his audience that this is proof this sister was paid back and got all her money back or whatever. And this situation was handled. But we can see clearly that's not the case.
This the receipt. Dr. DB gone. She got her money back and she back in the States. But the Jamaican is still accusing T3 and me. That ain't right. Y'all never should have brought us in. We told you we a truth ministry. We out the truth.
You a truth ministry and you still preaching this dead man on a stick? You a truth ministry and you still preaching this useless dead man on a stick, nigga? No, you not, nigga. Nigga, you a lie ministry, nigga.
Why is this happening to me? Shut your yap, boy. You stank, bro.
That'll be yet another L for the idol on a stick.
But that's why y'all subscribe to this channel. Y'all love me, bro. All praises to Yahuwah. Hey, okay, let's continue. All right. So clearly he's upset because people were accusing him of theft, and for good reason. Now, we also mentioned this person named DB. Let's keep watching because we're going to see again and confirm what this situation was, how much money was lost. Because like I said, we saw $1,905.
Okay, let's bring that up here. I want to deal with just Cash App alone. Many of you who have done business before with buying.
All right, I'm going to fast forward here. And we're going to go right back to this section here. Right here. I want y'all to listen to what this brother says because Teo and Keith and King, they're both on this live stream. And I want y'all to hear what this brother says, all right?
Sending them new victims to buy into Eco Village.
One of the things that's really important.
All right, so y'all see Keith and King right here. You also see Pastor Rick Fletcher, all right? And T3 and me. All of them were in here. Now, what I find to be so interesting, which is why it makes me realize Rick Fletcher doesn't have good character. He doesn't. Because what he ended up doing is when he got called out and, you know, all of them were called out for what had happened with his sister, he ended up putting the video on private so people would not be able to see what actually went down and basically try to sweep it under the rug like it wasn't a big deal, which is problematic. Because if somebody that you're connected to has set one of our people up, and I'm not saying Rick Fletcher was, you know, involved in scamming her, but he did promote this. He was affiliated with the people who did this. So the very least you can do if it involves harm being done to our people, whether financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, you need to make it right and allow the nation as a whole to see the full extent of the matter so that this can be corrected. But when we just hide it and we put it on private so people cannot get the full context, then it prevents people from being held accountable. Let me say it again. When we just sweep it under the rug and we put it on private, it prevents people from being held accountable and being able to discern their true character. The only reason we still have access to this information is because of Pastor Kelly and We Woke Now Ministries and O'Shea Duke Jackson speaking on it. And, you know, some other Israelites. But we're going to continue. Let's keep watching because this live involved all parties. And you're going to see how much of the amount that this brother mentions that this sister also told him. So we have another witness that it was more than 19,000 or Salaki, I said 19,000, $1,905. Let's keep watching.
Is there have been not only accusations and all those kinds of things, but people have to be able to process their emotions. In that call that we were on with Sister Bantu, you know, there were at least 4 people that have mentioned how their money has been taken. I've had other people call me that have said their money's been taken. You cannot process this kind of thing when tens of thousands of dollars have been, whatever's happened, lost, whatever's happened to them, without dealing with the seriousness and the depth of the emotions. We have to handle these things in a way that then leads to a place where we can come together and talk. But unless people are able to process, their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings, we won't be able to get to resolution. You can't expect people to come to the table. Sister Mayafa called, I can't pronounce her name right, but you know, she lost a parent to her. I only know what she told me, so I can only say what she told me. But it was over, $15,000.
Over $15,000. Now, we already saw what the amount was, which was $23,000 in truth. And the reason why I'm saying the amount is because it's actually on record and this information was shared. And she actually gave O'Shea Duke Jackson the permission to be able to tell the amount that it was. And that's what he shared in the video. So I'm going to share the same information. $23,000, family. And this goofy ass nigga is sitting here gaslighting his audience and telling them that she's been paid back in full and the situation has been fixed. Remember, this is the receipt right here he gave of $1,905 that was refunded back to her. But here's the thing. We don't have a name. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. There is a name right here I can see. Note to this person. All right. But like I said, this is not the full amount, family. This brother just said tens of thousands of dollars, and we know the actual amount is $23,000. How is this righting a wrong? How is this righting a wrong and fixing a situation? So what it looks like to me is he basically just made this live to pacify his gullible audience. And I'm not speaking on our people in a negative way and saying they're dumb, but they trust him enough that he could say something, make up some claim, show some bullshit ass receipt like this, and our people won't even question him. This is what I mean when I talk about this cult stuff and how this YouTube stuff, sometimes in a way it feels like a cult to me. And that's why I don't allow it to happen here. And I say, you're allowed to disagree with me. This is not a cult, bro. It's not. You're allowed to disagree. It's okay. It's okay to disagree with me. It's okay if you disagree with me. That's totally fine. But we can be respectful about it, though, right? And that's why I say I'm respectful if I disagree with somebody if you're Messianic. That's why I do not make videos about niggas who are Messianic. It is what it is. You believe in it, you are. I used to be, too. I'm just not no more. This is gaslighting at its best, and this is why he's yelling, because he's being called out on his BS. But let's keep watching. Let's keep listening to this grown man sit here and yell because he can't even admit that he was part of the scam and he got caught.
You should have left us out. You should have kept our names out your mouth.
I could say the same thing about y'all niggas. I could say the same thing about y'all niggas. You should have left my name out y'all mouths. Nigga, you should have stopped posting about me, nigga. Now look what you done did, man. Why don't you take your own voice and stop mentioning my name? But you mentioning my name, you brought me into it, nigga. Now you exposed. Now you are exposed. You see how that works?
Conclusion, actual events point to a resolved issue with Tanesco and a refund provided by Dr. DB. The Jamaicans' allegations appear to stem from personal animosity rather than factual evidence. Tim and Siobhan's financial strain due to the refund and their transparency with Dr. DB reinforces their claims of ethical behavior.
But I mean, like I said, if that is the proof, we don't even have evidence that this is actually them that sent even this $1,905. We don't even know if this is actually them. Like I said, anybody could have just Googled that image. Anybody could have just sent $5 transaction, or well, now obviously it wouldn't be $5 nonetheless. But we know that there are people who are actually so diabolical, they'll literally Photoshop an image and say, hey, I paid this. We know there's people who do Cash App scams. I've had people write me on Cash App talking about, oh, drop me your Cash App and I'll send you $100. I want to bless somebody today. I'm like, man, you get the heck up out of here with that stuff. You ain't getting my Cash App. You goofy. But there are some of those people who do these Cash App scams where they actually are able to Photoshop and make a real legitimate looking Cash App, thing to make you think that they can actually send you money, and they actually have, $100,000 in their Cash App. I wouldn't put it past them, bro. I would not put it past him and his brother, Keith and King. I would not put it past these niggas that they probably manipulated this too. Like I said, they have a track record for that. They have a track record for that. So I wouldn't put it past them. Yes, he showed proof in the beginning of this live and in the live from yesterday. Right. Oh, crap. He was talking crap about me. Yeah, Ak, he he keeps on mentioning me on Facebook. So I'm just like, you know what? I didn't give you 3 chances. You mentioned me a 4th time. Yeah, I'm going to expose your ass now. But let's keep watching. I'm going to keep letting this nigga cook himself.
The case highlights the importance of separating and resolve disputes from ongoing personal grievances to maintain objectivity and fairness. So now there's another issue we're going to talk about that they're accusing T3andMe and them of. And you're going to find they lied about this too. There's a woman called Mama K. Once again, the Jamaicans are involved. Initial relationship. Mama K joined the Eco Village Initiative as a shareholder and part owner of Diaspora United International Company. That's T3andMe and them business, right? Because remember, you can't own land unless you have a company. A borehole was drilled to...
Okay, I really don't want to sit here and listen to this nigga yell. So we'll leave that there. But as I said, we already showed the receipts and we showed the proof that it was a lot more than $1,900 that this sister lost. And we have a brother right here to back it up that it was way more than $1,900 that he's claiming is the refund. But let's keep watching.
That's a lot of money for anybody, right or wrong, for whoever's right, to have said, I've lost that. I will never recover that. I'm a retiree.
So why would these brothers who have not shown their face and who themselves have not went to Africa partner with T3andMe in the Eco Village to do this particular business? The only way that they would do it is because these guys are benefiting from it. That means even T3andMe spiritual damage.
I'm jumping back over here to where we were in the video when I left off.
To many people, YouTubers, TEOTW Ministries and Pastor Rick Fletcher supported these scammers as well. YouTuber We Woke Now called them out. That is exactly how I got the video. His cousin, who established the African Israelite Justice Foundation, is following our case. We are dealing.
Let me see. He says the company on the PayPal was Ford Herbal and Doula Services. Why would that be the company for land? Well, Ford is the last name that, is attached to T3andMe. So I guess that's the LLC that they have it under. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It still just seems so shady, bro.
With these crooks, and a huge shout out to you for calling out scammers. I think T3andMe coach Mark Meets Africa. Tim and Mark look like relatives, but I have no proof. Pastor Rick Fletcher stopped supporting Mark Meets Africa only because he's under pressure to do so. A lot of us trusted ministries to promote these scammers, and that is why T3andMe got away with this, with doing this for so long. Hashtag no more. In solidarity, blank. There are many other more forwards and emails that I can read, but for the sake of editing and for the sake of time, I'm not going to read them. Okay. I think that I paid Siobhan for 5 acres on October 7, 2023, and I have not received a title deed or any proof of ownership. If anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you, Ray. I will not mention his last name. Okay? I asked her on email, did he ever get it? The person that was emailing me says, nope. Ray backed out of our lawsuit and tried to get his land with another group of investors. They are still fighting over that rainforest in Yambo and getting nowhere. I wasn't in the local village meeting where the third defendant in our suit allegedly signed over land to a handful of investors. Maria Claw's wife told me that Tim showed out, called the men bees and MNFers, and made throat-cutting gestures at Claude. Tim didn't have the nerve to try that with me when we were before the local village executive. You were spot on in your last live. Their company, DUICL, is a front. They sent invoices through Square. The Bajaji driver they hired as a Tanzanian investor got village land for next to nothing in his name and scammed his own people. They never went to the Tanzanian Revenue Authority to convert the village land to general land per the law in order to issue leases under the derivative right of occupancy for 99 years minus 10 days. They kept it as a village land in the name of their Tanzanian flunky in order to evade paying taxes to both the U.S. and Tanzanian government. They demonized Jamaican African travels because they beat T3&Me by forming their company and getting their land in the Zion Echo village away from them. So guys, this was indeed a long video with many more receipts to come. But the reality is this, family. You must abide by the laws of any African country that you want to live in. If you don't have money to do so, then just don't go. Make sure you have the money before you go, okay? Then when you get there, you are legal and binding in that country. The person that is investing for you, be it T3&Me, be it Bomani Tyehimba, be it any of those other individuals out there who are selling land, okay? None of these people are registered to do this stuff in those countries. Not in Ghana, not in Tanzania. None of these individuals can do that. So once you start sending your money to a person that themselves are not a registered business in that country for these things, you're already at a disadvantage, okay? You should go to the investment centers and ask them, who are the people that help get registrations and licensing businesses in this country for foreigners the legal way? What's the best way to do it? Who are people you can recommend that work with foreigners to get work permits? Now, if you get scammed, that also is a possibility, but less likely. And I was lucky enough to meet Expedicis, who handles all my stuff here in Uganda, and many other African Americans that are in Uganda. We all have worked with her, and we have never had problems. So therefore, we don't get scammed. Now, does it cost a lot of money? Yeah, nobody wants to spend $1,200 for her.
Okay. All right. So we got to the meat of it. So basically, fam, that is who you got to understand is connected to this so-called community of, our people awakening and all of that. And I say so-called because sometimes I feel like we're not a community. When I see the wolves amongst us that are our own people. Yeah, we're trying to build community, but you got niggas like him and his bro who are doing our people dirty. And there's no excuse for this. I don't care. There's no excuse he can make or, oh, I didn't know. Nah, bro. It's like this was deliberately being done. And it just reminds me of like these like welfare scams and how, elderly women are targeted and stuff like that. This just reminds me of that. And that's what the oppressor does. The oppressor preys on the elderly and the young and the weak and, the vulnerable. And that seems like what this is. And it's disgusting because that's what the oppressor does. And that's why I'm like, bro, how do we know these are even our people? And we know that there are, and like I said, we don't know if these are even Negroes, fam. We don't know that. We know how well white people can mimic us and copy us. And you might say, yeah, sure, that's an outrageous claim. But nigga, it's not like they're going to come out and prove that Israelite. It's not like they're gonna actually show who they are. So I'm free to speculate that maybe they ain't even one of us. And maybe they just are enemies who just got our mannerisms down pat. We know that there are many who do that. They watch us, they study us, and they copy our mannerisms, how we talk, and everything else. Somebody said they're from the seed of the serpent. I don't know about that, but they're definitely operating in that mindset, though. I think we should be building here until Yahuwah removes us. Running to a land you don't know is not the way. The South got plenty of land. Well, you know what, Aki? Everybody's situation is different, Ak. Everybody's situation is different, which is why I say we all need to consult Yahuwah about what he wants us to do. I think in some instances, some people are going to feel compelled to leave before the regathering. But it's up to what the Most High tells you. And yeah, I believe Yahuwah will tell people to leave before they may want to or before they're ready to. And I feel like he's already told people to leave America. But what I will tell you is it's getting dangerous out here. And if you ain't willing to strap up and you ain't willing to learn how to use a bang bang, that's going to be on you, bro. Because let me tell you, these white boys out here, they looking for blood. These whiteys out here, they looking for blood. They want us dead. And then, like I said, who has been on this channel exposing this demon seed? Who has helped you realize who they are? But yet this nigga over here is telling you, you got to accept the Gentiles. You got to accept the Gentiles, the New Testament. You need the New Testament, you got to accept the Gentiles. You got to be grafted in. You got to be grafted in through faith in Christ, through faith in Christ, faith in JC, faith in Christ, and let the Gentiles be grafted in. That's what that nigga is teaching you. I'm telling you, them folks is the devil. I'm telling you, they are the seed of Lucifer. I'm telling you, they are the Nephilim seed. And this nigga is over here telling you be friendly with them. You tell me who's the op. You tell me who's the agent, because he's saying I'm the agent. Y'all laughing at me. Yeah, our people are getting lynched and hanged, and this nigga want to sit here and tell you that these folks can be grafted in because he's reading that goofy ass New Testament. Our people perish for lack of knowledge. Ain't that right, babe? Our people perish for lack of knowledge. Wifey said it yesterday. Me and my wife, shout out to my wife. We were having a conversation yesterday, and we were actually watching one of our Israelite brothers cook. You know what I'm saying? This Christian about that New Testament. And my wife was like, man, she's like, so many people believe in JC, but they really can't even explain why they do. And she said, our people perish for lack of knowledge. And I'm like, yeah, babe, that's right. It's a fact. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. There's more I could do, but I'm not going to even go that far, bro. I feel like I've shown you enough where you need to evaluate who you're following and who you're attached to. Because again, I just think this is next level gaslighting to literally show a receipt for PayPal when these transactions were done through Cash App. And if it was, and listen, let's be honest. If a right was really, okay, I'm about to get deep real quick. If a wrong was really made right in this situation, why has this sister not been brought on and allowed to speak and say that this wrong has been righted? If she was really refunded and really everything is good, why is it all we are getting is his perspective on this? Why is this woman who lost this money and all these other individuals who lost this money, why are they not being allowed? Why are they not being brought on his platform to verify that this situation has been fixed? All we have is his perspective. That's all we have. And this little document that he printed out. But he didn't actually show us any actual information except that busted ass screenshot of that PayPal transaction. So all we have is one perspective. That's it. So that's not enough for me. If you really, really made this situation right, you should have had that young lady come on your show and say, you know what, y'all, he did the right thing. But guess what? He didn't. And he was going hard for T3 and me, right? Because he's probably being kicked, you know what I'm saying, some money for that. Going so hard for them. And then, you know, I think O'Shea Duke Jackson mentioned in the video that Pastor Rick Fletcher was rebuking T3 and me because he promoted them on his platform and they were, you know, scamming his subscribers. And then one of the twins came at Rick Fletcher because he was attacking he was calling out T3 and me, and they were trying to get him not to attack T3 and me. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's just all the deriding that's going on over here for T3 and me. That seems very, very strange. I mean, I didn't even hear it. Like I ain't even heard you go that hard for the Most High like that, but you'll go like that for another man. That's crazy. While keeping another man's name in your mouth. He said he got a wife, but is that actually true? Okay, let me stop. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, constantly having another man's name in your mouth, posting about another man, then going hard for another man. When this grown man can stand up for his own self, if what he's doing is true and there's decency and there's truth, then he don't need you to stand up for him. He a grown man. Let him fight his own battles. What are you trying to fight? Why are you trying to be his cheerleader, nigga? Get your palm. You got your pom-poms out. You done painted your face for another man? What the hell is wrong with y'all niggas? Cuz who raised y'all? Bro, this is wild. This is wild. Yeah, I noticed that, sis. He was going really hard for T3 and me, man. All right, you know what? I'm going to leave it there. I don't plan on doing any more videos about Keith and King anymore. Hopefully I won't have to. I feel like I've brought out enough. These men are not to be trusted. They don't show their face. We don't know who they are. There are several claims against them. There is a lawsuit against them. Now, the outcome of the lawsuit, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it myself. But if y'all don't keep my name out your mouth, I'm going to expose your case. And I'm going to show the whole world who you are if you don't chill out. Keep my name out your fucking mouth. Say my name again, and I'm going to cook your whole ministry. I'm going to go through your whole catalog. I'm going to show all the lies y'all told, and I'm going to build a documentary exposing y'all. And I'm not going to be looking at psychology and all this stuff he was doing. I'm going to go through this lawsuit piece by piece and expose everything about y'all. So keep my name out your mouth. You want to play? Try me and see what happens to you. I'm not the one, nigga. And that New Testament Messiah ain't going to stop it either. That New Testament Messiah ain't going to stop what I'm going to reveal about y'all if y'all don't chill the hell out. Keep my name out your mouth. I don't mention y'all. I don't care about y'all. Your channel's trash. Your ministry is trash. The New Testament is trash. The character you believe in of the New Testament is trash. Got his ass whooped and didn't do shit. That's who you believe in? That's your deliverer? A nigga who ain't coming 2,000 years gone by, this nigga still ain't showed up. The Most High himself said that's a curse. Said that this God, man, this demigod is a freaking curse. And you mad at me because I reject it? Okay, nigga, just keep my name out your mouth or watch what happens to you and your channel and your brother. Keith and King, stay in your place. Mind your business and go on and teach your lies to our people and see what the Most High does to you. Don't play with me. Don't play with the Most High. Shalom.
Hey, Yaxter.
Yeah. Hey, we scatter Yahoo team in a country that's racist, and my people not indigenous. We came on them slave ships. You hate your own people, now you cooning, buffooning. Sample shuffle, bug dancing, yeah, I see how you moving. If you say you FBA, I am FBAK. All these niggas is so dangerous, my nigga. Whitewashed all the scriptures and they said it's not racial. And the hell with these heathens, I ain't trusting no heathen. And the most I judge our enemies, especially Edom. Yeah. Black radical, the rest but I'm sabbatical. Pro-black, oh snap, my power so laughable. Willie Lynch, Charmer, yeah, that'll bring that matter flow to reject the raps, cause my rap is practical. Rebel to the system, yeah, oppression is symptom. White folks start the truth when it come to just clinch 'em. Liberation and freedom, is it coming from Edom? And the most high Yahuwah, all the slaves he will free them. Yeah. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, black radical. Black radical, black radical.
Hey, youngsters.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget you can support this channel by Cash App, $Malkaya Music. Also be sure to check out the Patreon for uncensored documentaries, films, deep dives, and much more content that you won't find here on YouTube. And let me not forget to say, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that like button and tap in with us. All praises to the Most High, Yahuwah, the highest. Shalom.